doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
Well, first when I started off, a
Wait,
person.
you know we're not interviewing, right?
Oh, I'll just get me in the setting then, for sure.
Wait, what? No, we didn't start yet.
I'm high right now, too. You gotta catch me.
See, I thought we were doing the interview. Ah, man, rocking and rolling. Quail Series is in the building. He is the owner of Michigan Muzic.
Yes, sir.
That's one of the biggest Detroit music platforms and Michigan-based platforms for music and other media content as well, man. How are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. God got me out here.
You know, you guys are one of the emerging platforms, like I said. There's so many platforms that are out there, but you guys hit over 100K already, right? Followers on Instagram. You guys did it at a super, super quick rate. How did you get your platform so big so fast?
Really, just being focused, and honestly, I take it as like when I post the content, it's more so like to get them what they want, and like not what I want or like what you like think of that'd be good. It's like they like to see this. Okay, I'm gonna give them this. The next time I'll give them that, but in a different way, so then they like it. They're just stuff that they like, and then more people like that. Then they keep going with it.
One thing I did notice too is you guys really took advantage of the Reels. Instagram Reels is relatively new, and the way that you can caption stuff on Instagram makes it more digestible for the consumer to realize what they're watching very immediately. So you could put the caption Detroit rappers or whatever you want to put, and then people are going to tune in because they want to know what a Detroit rapper is if they're not from here. Anything like that can work. So you guys really do a great job with captioning your videos as well. Talk about the very start of Michigan Muzic, the platform.
The very start, I'm happy you said that. So the very start, at first, it was on TikTok. It was at first, it was a page for me personally to post the clips that I like and the content that I like about like certain artists, but like I would put it in a better way, in a tweaked way, that people would like. But on TikTok, they end up taking it down. So I was like, what the heck? The other pages on TikTok, like Charlie D'Amelio and all those, they keep posting content. It would never get took down. I was like 45,000 subscribers or followers, had like 400K likes and stuff. Then they just blocked the videos. Took the page down. So I was like, dang. Then I went on Instagram. So like I feel like Instagram not gonna really be as harsh like that. And I'll actually be able to put out something I actually like. And this time I'll go about it better though, because I feel like TikTok probably just saturated it.
With the rising emerge of all these platforms, and some platforms are you can pay to post, and some of them they just don't accept anybody's money. They just post what they want to post and everything like that. There's probably 100 new platforms that are coming out for Detroit, just for Detroit every year. What do you think made yours stand out and break out versus the other guys?
It'll go back to like, it's weird because like Michigan Muzic, it's like just content, but at the same time it's like a fan base. Like they like almost all the content. Whatever I post is like I post stuff for them, not just regular stuff. And then they like it. So whenever I post like a new artist or somebody that's good, or somebody that's actually coming up, like doing something, they like, oh yeah, they respect it. Then they'll go to that person and show love to it. Then they actually go live. Then it's not just for no crazy price, but at the same time it's for a good marginal price too. It's helping them out.
Do you think you have to understand like Michigan culture and Detroit culture in order to have a Detroit platform or a Michigan-based platform, or do you think that you can just solely start one up with just your individual interests?
Yeah, you gotta for surely know Instagram. Not Instagram. You gotta know Michigan, Detroit. You gotta know all the cities, states, corners, all that. Cause then if you posting this, then you not know about that. It's no point in having this or having that. So you gotta know about everything in each corner. Have people that do this in that spot. So then you tell them about this from that direction. People over there, and they doing stuff in that spot, so it's coming in from that direction. So you're just hearing about stuff from different directions, while also getting your own inputs from it.
When you started off at like relatively, let's just say 0 followers for the actual Michigan Muzic page, right? What was the gradual increase like? What artists were tapping in, and how are you building it? Like, did you see a substantial growth at certain times?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like it was kind of slow, but going up kind of steadily. Well, around like 5 to 7K, but around like 10 to around like the 20Ks and so forth. It's like people start to see it and start to reach out to better people or a farther audience in different cities and states and stuff. And then bigger artists start seeing it and liking it. It was crazy from different states.
So, obviously, one of the big things that happens for Detroit platforms and Michigan platforms and hip hop platforms in general is that when a major celebrity or a major figure in the game reposts your content and their stories, you get massive traction. So, who were some of the earliest artists that you were posting that were reposting the content or just showing love for the fact that you were showing them love?
The first person, well, it was like 3 people mainly. Well, it started off, but the first was Tito, him, and Act, aka Bandamite. Couple, I forgot who else. It's a lot of other people, but like as I seen it, and then it got a lot of traction. Like I seen it, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta get this known. Like, people gotta see this. Then they start to reach out from it. But it's more people though. Those are the 2 that I could think of right now though.
So Tito and AK Bandamite?
Yeah, a couple others.
Really? Damn, so you guys built up the 100K with just like, straight up fan base type thing more than the actual artist reposting you and sharing your content?
Yeah, well, yeah. And Tito, it's like his content. I'm happy that like, when I was first seeing it, it's like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, it was just like, I seen it, I'm like, dang, this looks sweet. But then I ended up getting to the set and like start locking in and stuff. And I was like, all right, bet. Hopefully around this time we can end up getting around him. I'm like, bet. I could promote his content. Like, people see this and like, let's go get farther. Then it did. Like, the way I put it out, and then like from a perspective of like people will see it and like it from, and like just being real with it, they just liked it. And then it got farther. Right now he got over like 3 videos that got like 1 million on the page. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild. When you're looking at other platforms, did you grasp any inspiration for how any of these Detroit platforms ran themselves?
Yeah, probably Detroit Rap News for real. That was the main inspiration. How they was doing it. It's like they branched out with so many people, and how they do their work is so like authentic and sweet. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so like them.
Yeah, Detroit Rap News has like cool little things too, like Transformation Tuesdays, where they'll show the start of an artist and then they'll show the artist 5 years after they started and show the transformation they've made. They also have the morning like listens, like they'll have like 5 songs for you to start your day off with. Sometimes they'll just throw like a single out there. I've listened to so much of the music I still listen to today because of what Detroit Rap News
Yeah,
posts.
like it'd be something that you just never heard or something, or
Young
something
Juno,
that's
man.
throwback.
There's
like,
a guy named Young Juno, man. I heard him on Detroit Rap News. They posted him. I was like, what? How are you not famous? But I listen to him. I don't care if he has 10,000 views, 5,000, 3,000. I'm listening to it
like,
every
it's
day.
actually like, yeah, you gotta see it, and you putting it out there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Do you feel like you've helped any artist in Michigan really prosper? We talked about Tito and Bandamont, but like, do you think you really saw an upsurge in somebody's following after you posted them?
Yeah, pretty much. Boom.
Get up,
A lot
baby,
of
boom.
Detroit, a lot of Detroit artists. Y&J. We reached out back and forth to each other, talk. So that's, who else? It's like a lot of Flint artists, but I can't think of it like all of them right now. But it's like so many people reached out. But mainly, I would probably say Tito. Like, when I posted that, his page went up a lot. And then this one, I forgot her name, Saya, or I forgot where she's from though. I forgot where she's from.
It's a cool feeling though. Like, sometimes I'll screenshot somebody's like page before you post something about them, and then you like look at it after and be like, damn, I really jumped them 2K. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, how did I? It's not even you that did it, but it's cool that your platform has the ability to, like, again, just make people so aware of somebody's page or content or whatever.
Yeah, there's like, I want to keep like how it's going up so fast. I want to like keep giving back to them as much as it's going up, and that's what I feel like. That's what make it go back, or that's what go up faster.
Yeah.
Like, I try to give them like little deals in here and there on the content, cause like I'll post a video, get like a lot of views or a lot of likes, then probably make it cheap for somebody, so then when they post, they could get right behind that and help them out.
one of the conversations that's always, an uproar for a lot of artists is that obviously the successful artists don't have to pay for promo like the upcoming artists have to pay for promo. And so you run one of these pages. How do you feel about that kind of concept?
I feel like I see why people would say that because, like, since they successful or whatever, they already, like, made a name for themselves so they don't got to pay. But, like, when they feel like, well, when the work is good and they see, like, it's good, they go still pay or you're going to make them pay. Like, they like the content, this content good for them and it's helping their fan base. So, you're not just going to keep giving it to them or keep just doing this for them for free, if that makes sense, without helping other people for free in a way.
One aspect of it too that people don't understand is like without what you're doing, there is no way of surviving the game, right? Like let's say you're a Detroit-based platform, right? And you do everything for free. If you're doing everything for free, then you got to go to get a job now to support the fact that you're running this platform for free. So if I'm doing everything for free and I'm supposed to grant access to everybody to do something for them for free, how do I survive? So, of course, there has to be a profit made somewhere, right? At the end of the day, like, what are we surviving off of? Oh, you want me to just, like, be this, like, charity case where I do everything and lose all of my financial stability for your success, and at the same time, for me, there's nothing in return but the fact that I helped you. It doesn't really work like that.
It do go both. Well, yeah, I see that. I feel like you would feel like that. But in the long run, it do go both ways. Like, at the same time you posting that person's content, like, start off, like, when I posted Rio content, probably... like a year ago or whatever, it got like 1 million views, and like starting that, like, it helped my page reach out to more people. Then I started to get like paid from Instagram and Facebook too as well.
No, I'm not saying that you charge everybody and make $1 off everybody. What I'm saying to the people that do get upset that you do charge them, it's like that person or platform can't exist unless they're making money.
Yeah. Facts.
So a lot of the times people will get upset at these platforms for charging them, and it's like, dude, how are they gonna survive? How are they gonna live? What are they, like, just gonna be on their phone while they're working at Wendy's? Like, all right, bro, I got you. I'm gonna ring up this register right now and get back. No, it's like the reason that you're not working at Wendy's is literally because of the fact that you have to charge a little bit here and there.
I feel like if you do it for free too, it's go like, and say if the content like is like good, or you do it for free, then another person content good and you make them pay. But the person who did it for free, or his go blow up more versus than the person who bam bam bam. Yeah. So it's like it wouldn't even help out none. You just got up off of him.
Exactly.
So like, nah, you gotta make it equal for both people.
How invested are you into Detroit music, or do you just look at Michigan as a whole? Because your platform is called Michigan Music, but do you dedicate more of your time to thinking about Detroit or Flint?
Yeah, I think about, it's crazy how you say it. Really, I would say, like, we look at like all like new and upcoming, but at the same time giving people like what they haven't seen from years prior, and like throwbacks as well, and like stuff they need to see. And like I'll throw in probably something like, okay, I know this song, say I probably met a song or found about a song my brother's 2-3 years ago, then like I'll probably know about it. To have my friend do this woo bam bam to the video that the song I knew about. So now everybody know about that song, just putting a hit to it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
So talking about your history itself, get into your background itself too as well, and what made you dedicated towards Michigan music in the first place. We're just listening to Detroit or Flint music.
What made me started, really, like I said, when I was doing TikTok, Rio, I guess it was somebody on his team, like the content was blowing up there, and then they said like keep going with it, and I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna keep going with it. Like that like motivated me. I was still in school at the time, so it was like I'm about to keep doing this, so then around when I get out of school, I'm gonna keep locking in with it. So, but then that's when TikTok took that down, and then just a lot of people, the way people do stuff, and a lot of people make money and do stuff goofy. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I see Michigan as a different perspective. And like you can make money showing people what you like, if that's different. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Well, because you have your opinion can be popular for what's good and what's bad, or what's trending or what's not trending, right? So internally for you, you already have like a whole concept of like, what's funny, what's not funny, what's good music, what's bad music, and you know what to put out there, and people are just like vibing with it, like, oh, I agree with everything you were fucking putting out. Everything you're putting out is sick.
Yeah, then it'd be like, it's crazy. Like they'll be like, say I drop a song like or post a artist like doing promotion, like they'll really gas that artist and that artist end up going crazier, like as if it was like just a regular video I was posting, just because they like that artist a lot. And it's just like all goes back and forth and two hand to hand with each other and everything.
Yeah. Where are you from?
From I would say Detroit, but currently I've been in Hamtramck for about like a couple years, 4 years.
So you're from
Small
Michigan,
town.
though, at the end of the day.
Michigan.
And so what were you, like, when did you first start listening to Detroit music?
For real, all my life. Around like really, I would say around like 3, 4, honestly. I just been always around me, cousins, aunties, like just always playing the old school Detroit rappers, Blade and them. It's always playing different songs about Detroit rappers, underground, new, just always playing new music.
Did you stay hip to like the actual history of it, or is it just more just listening to the music?
Yeah, I definitely stay hip to the history of it, because that's what make it better, or that's what, actually make, the music authentic, the hit.
What was your first remembrance of a group or a artist that really stuck out to you from Detroit?
Man. This is my personal preference, but I would say Eminem. Everybody got their own sauce. Detroit rappers, they all got their own tweak. But like I was young around the Eminem era, seeing him and how he went far, or what he did from where he was at, like that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
The newer wave, obviously, the most current generation kind of stems from First Day Out by T Grizzly, and I always mention that because it is kind of like a recent but historic like time frame and the shift in Detroit music and the exposure that it got.
T Grizzly, but definitely put on for sure.
Yeah,
he like a staple in this generation. He like he had like a lot of people my age. Everybody listened to it. It's crazy.
The biggest emergence that I'm seeing that's taking over that I never expected is Babytron's takeover. Because Babytron just basically went like damn near nationwide, right?
Yeah. And it's weird because I used to play his music. Like, it's like that's what you like when you feel like somebody go up. People be like, nah, we'll be in 2, 3 years later. Like you just see, like you just know. Then 2, 3 years later, everybody listening to him. So, like,
when I first saw Babytron, I was just confused out of my mind. I was just like, what's happening? Because I never seen anything like it. I was like, what is this?
He used to rap fast, extremely fast. But it's like over time, I feel like he was going to catch it, and people was going to catch it, and he was going to utilize it right in a good way. And then he definitely caught up, and not everybody. He definitely took it and ran with it.
I've been listening to his music lately just to like understand it and hear it, and I do see it now. Well, at first I was confused, then I was just like, okay, I respect it. But now that I'm listening to it more deeper, I was like high off mushrooms the other day, and I was like, whoa. You know what I kind of realized,
crazy.
bro? Hey, you know what I really realized?
Crazy.
I think everybody's high off shit, and that's why the music is so damn good, or you can pay attention to it more. But like I was high off mushrooms listening to Babytron, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did you think of that? Like, how did you? But like my normal mind couldn't comprehend it. My normal mind, I think it went over my head.
Yeah.
But once you get into a deeper state of thought, you're like, oh,
you gotta
shit.
understand to understand.
Yeah, you gotta understand to understand. You gotta be in it to understand it, right?
Yeah. That's why I like Michigan.
Yeah, that's wild, man. You can set the conditions for your body to kind of like start digesting things in a different way. Even for me, like I was telling Nick before we got in here, I was like, oh man, I was high off mushrooms. I never do any of this shit, by the way. This was like a one-day thing where I literally got high off mushrooms. I smoked a joint. I drank some whiskey. And I took a nicotine patch. Or a nicotine supplement thing. Gum, yeah, like it was a nicotine gum thing. And I literally was just sitting there listening to Babytron going like, what the fuck? And like it literally just took my brain into a different dimension. I was like, oh, all you kids are high. That's what I kind of realized. Like all you kids are high as fuck. It's not a problem. But you guys have to be high as fuck to really get what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, he definitely be in a different dimension when he in the booth.
It has to be. What do you think the intrigue is of the new waves that are coming? What do you think the wave is and the fact that it's so different from what we've seen in the past 30 to 40 years? What do you think is catching on? Why do you think people are so tuned into this whole different style of rap and hip hop?
I'd probably say with this generation, it's because everybody coming in it at a different perspective. Like with Rio and stuff, he'll give it like raw and like gritty. And then versus Babytron, he'll come and give it like bars crazy and different perspective. But like, all on the crazy beat too. It's like the beats got to stay up tempo, like a good. range to keep up with everything, to make everything go fluent.
Yeah.
And then Detroit rappers too, they got their own spectrum. They do their things. Not Wine Channel, that's Flint, but Gmo, all them, they all come in at a different perspective, their own angle, their own harmony, and that's what bring it in to like with they beats too. It's like they ain't there. Everybody live through their beats. Or
Yeah, I could see that, man. It's definitely different from what I remember growing up, and I'm still struggling to understand the new modern music like fully to the degree where like I'm gonna listen to it every day. Like the closest that got me was Sada Baby. When I started listening to Sada, that was the closest where I was like, you know what? I really like what this cat's doing. Like I would put it on the playlist and stuff like that. Like there's something about it that's piercing, which kind of brings me to my new thought about what's keeping people attracted these days to any type of entertainment is the piercing effect of it. Like think about how many things we can get entertained by every single day, like a movie, a TV show, song, whatever it is.
Too much.
The thing that cuts into you the deepest and gets you most distracted is the thing you're going to pay the most attention to. Like people are less interested in even really educating themselves as much as they are about just getting super, super entertained. And so when Sada Baby had come out, it was like, he was piercing as hell because his energy was through the roof, right?
Thanks.
His lyrics, everything's all through the roof, so you have no choice but to be like, what is happening right now? If you really pay attention.
Different.
And that's what I think everybody's niche is right now. It's like, what's going to distract me the most or what's going to make me feel the most full of whatever I'm feeling right now?
I feel like everybody, well, not everybody, but yeah, you could say everybody, but Detroit rappers, Detroit artists, like they bring in like motivation too, like not just music, but they bring in like a real aspect, like show what they going through, or let's show like something they went through to show their artists or their fans, you know, like, yeah, this what it's like or this what it was like, and you can get it too. So it's like not just this side, one side and stuff.
You're right. It's a relatability aspect of it too. If the relatability is heavy enough, then you can also just be like, I'm going to pay attention to this because I can comprehend it, and obviously you can mirror off of what's happening. Even when I used to look at like if I had like a failure ass day, like where I failed, I would go and watch like Will Smith talk about failure. Or go watch these famous people talk about failure and The Rock.
They went through it too.
Yeah, and when
like
you hear them talk about it, it's almost like, wait a minute, man. Like everybody's failing. Like failing is normal. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson talks about one of the times he's failed. It was like historically bad failure. He like literally got kicked out of the wrestling federation. All that stuff. It's like, dude, he went through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get through it. To go through it, not look where you're at. It's like you gotta just fight it off. And that's why I feel like the rappers in Michigan, it's not just like all cars and jewelry and all that. We just show you like the streets where they came from too as well, not just this. So that's what keep them going too.
Yeah. What's up with that Hamtramck scene, man? Are you invested in the Hamtramck?
Yeah, people mess with me in Hamtramck. Everybody respect me. Like I'm not on bad terms with nobody. I'm on cool terms with everybody. It's not really nothing there. I want to really like get like probably in Ann Arbor or something. Lock in with some people out there. Get a group of people.
Hamtramck has a very, very indie scene.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a lot of ethnicities there. You'll probably see a black person one day, then another white person, then 2 days see a light-skinned person, then an Arabic person, then somebody else. It's just crazy. Then they be all friends though.
Yeah. It's
about to go back to the house, play the game.
Yeah, they're like if you walk there, it's almost like walking into a different dimension. It's like different people, completely different people. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for real.
There's different people in that motherfucker for sure.
Houses be so close there too at Junkie Silly and Hamtramck. But it is like a unique place for sure, because I don't think nobody do anything there. Like,
Man, I remember this time I was hooking up with this girl that lived in Hamtramck, and I remember like she told me to come pick her up. So I got to her house and she's like, do you want to come inside? And I was like, all right, that's fine. She's like, my boyfriend won't mind. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Boyfriend won't mind, son. What are you saying? I'm not getting inside of your house when your boyfriend is inside of the house. She's like, no, he's cool. Trust me, he's not going to mind. I was like, you really think I'm going to come in there and hook up with you while your boyfriend's in the other room? She's like, no, trust me, he's cool. He doesn't think like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, this is Hamtramck. This is different over here. I'm like, what? You going to have sex with somebody when their boyfriend's in another room? That's what Hamtramck is? Like,
yeah, everybody like everybody a character in their own way. Like it's weird. Like people see like they famous or something in their own way, so they don't really talk about stuff or do stuff out loud with it. But when it happened, it happened.
What do you mean?
Like, say like, okay, this dude, okay, babe, we at a party, bam, bam, bam. I go to a party, see 2-3 girls that we used to go to school with at Hamtramck, and they all went with each other too, like with the little group. But they'll still like switch around and like talk to the people though, but not talking about it though.
Man.
And then just play it crazy. And then once that junk over, it's just over. Then it's just,
The comedy scene's wild in Hamtramck. They got a lot of comedy clubs.
facts. Definitely a lot of funny.
I seen a huge fight break out a couple weeks ago at a comedy club. It was crazy. I was gonna do my first stand up special ever. Not special. I was gonna go do an open mic for the first time ever. I was 21st on the roster, so I had to wait 20 comedians before I got to my open mic. The 20th guy goes up. He's doing his stand up, and then a huge fight broke out next to me. It was between like sex and stuff like that. Crazy shit broke out.
Tripping.
But the thing I didn't like about it was there was a hierarchy, just like there is in the rap game and the comedy game. I did not like seeing it. It was basically like the comedians who felt like they were already established would hang out in the back of the club, and then there would just be like the comedians who don't know shit are sitting in the chairs actually watching a comedian perform. So there was almost like no support from the actual comedians that were established. They're all just standing in the back like hawks.
That's
Like,
some envy somewhere, some little envy somewhere, secret hidden animosity.
And the craziest thing is they would not laugh at any jokes. Like the guys who felt like they were established comedians would not laugh at anybody doing the open mic. And I'm like, why are you guys
They
like...
knew their time passed. They knew it was funny.
Yeah, hell yeah. They don't give it up. It was like the weirdest thing. I was like, man, this is just like the rap game. Like the rap game is so like, if you see somebody else winning, there's sometimes an idea of like, I'm not going to support this dude. I'm not going to show love to this dude because I don't want him to feel this way, this way, this way. It's very interesting how the communities and the cultures work against themselves instead of to build together. It's like they figured out ways to make it take longer than for it to happen quicker.
Yeah. And that, I feel like that's what, I don't know, they gotta stop doing that. Or if everybody be in their head, like, gotta just break out that cycle or that shell, or just like, you don't want this person to be bigger than you. Or like, feel like if y'all come together and do it together, y'all can all be crazy.
Right.
But
look at the Flint scene. The Flint scene's like independently dominating on its own because you got like this core group of guys that are just consistently rotating and working together and making sure they stick together. Yeah.
Not nobody envying. Wow. Not nobody hating on that person. They know at the end of the day it's gonna all get done. Like, no, that's what everybody needs to be locked in, or at least from here. Or probably is. They probably doing it behind closed doors. I hope so. So then we can lock in and do something. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. What are you working on as far as your own projects are concerned? Do you do you have your own artistry as well?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that locked in soon. I got merch coming soon for everybody. And I got a YouTube channel too. I'll be doing YouTube as well. I'm gonna get locked in with that.
What are you doing on YouTube?
I'll be posting some funny junk. But I'm gonna get locked in with that soon though.
Like personally, like vlogging and stuff? Okay, I got you. Yeah.
I don't want it.
So Michigan Muzic is like the core project right now. Just making sure you can blow that up and make it as big as you can possibly make it.
Get everybody right. Just keep giving back to the people who follow me and just all the people who've been helping it. Like a lot of subscribers, a lot of artists, like big artists that help. Like Chris Brown, Lil Uzi, they didn't like videos.
For real?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like seeing now, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to keep giving this out. Knowing they see it, and I know somebody else can see it. Just keep going, helping them out.
That's cool. Who else have you seen like and comment on your videos that kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, comment. I feel like the first one, it was I forgot, it was a football player. It was a couple football players. He had commented with the little caption. You know the little gifs? It was like the little dancing one. It was funny though, because I wouldn't expect it to be coming from him though, playing on that team. I'm like, what?
It is insane when you see it. I think the craziest ones from me, there's crazy ones that are crazy to other people, but I don't really care about. But the crazy ones from me in particular, I think number one was Shaq. Shaq liking one of our videos was wild. I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's just knowing it got out there to him, just seeing it like, oh, that's crazy. He know about you now. Like, y'all locked in.
They seen your face, which is wild. It's like, damn, bro, I grew up watching you and you seen me, which is like, you know, kind of lame, but at the same time, it's cool as hell to me. I don't give a damn. Like,
yeah, seeing you is different. They just seeing the content. That's like 10 times better.
When they see you, it's like,
that's
man,
amazing.
Like Shaq, I grew up watching you, and now you're literally watching me. Said, "Oh, Snoop Dogg was crazy." Snoop Dogg reposted us, so that was crazy to me because I grew up listening to Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, that
and
was.
And then
that gotta be
recently, one of the coolest things ever, which I know I kind of went overboard with it, but Busy Bone from Bone Thug and Harmony commented on the Cash Doll post with me, Cash Doll. Bro, I've been listening to, and the craziest part about Busy Bone commenting on our post, I was literally listening to Bone Thug all week. I don't know why. I was literally listening all week. Even my girlfriend was. I was like sending her songs, Crossroads and shit like that. And then literally the next day, he's like commenting on my shit, having my back, supporting my
I
cause.
was like, hey, bro, he about to slide through in a little bit. That's all that was. But no, that is fire, seeing your face. But yeah, I feel like Chris Brown and Lil Uzi is probably two. Lil Uzi commented with like a couple laughing emojis and a couple sad words. But then Chris Brown, it was a little gift, some funny junk.
That's crazy, bro.
I was like, whoa. We used to listen to this Christmas. Now you watching this.
You know how big it is when those guys comment for your page, because it makes everybody else realize, like, oh, these people are watching, I want to be on this page now too. Or if these people are watching, then it makes you want to contribute to the conversation more. Because people just look at it like that. When me and Sada were really working together, every time he would comment on one of my posts, the post would go up. Like, it would start off like I'd post it and it would have 5 likes for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Scoob would comment, and then all of a sudden it'd be like 100 comments and like 1,000 likes. I'm like, God damn, boy, these motherfuckers like just want to be a part of something more than anything else.
That's definitely what I seen. Yeah, you will see that surely. I know it hit different. Like, you'd be like, what? Just seeing the people get back with you and just going up with what you posted. Like, Flint artists like Juan J, Crispy Light Forward and YSR, they be posting, reposting and stuff, and follow me back and stuff when I did it. It's crazy, like, to see where it came from, and over time, like, posting their content, giving them content. Well, actually, no, not just giving them content.
What do you think about the future of Detroit music at its very point right now? Is it heading in a direction that you think is going to become...
You want to hear some crazy junk?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly... Okay, I listen to Michigan music, a lot of Michigan music, but I listen to other states as well, Atlanta artists, bam. But I feel like with this day and age, you know who Playboy Cardi is, yeah. So take that sound, that little upbeat or whatever that sound is, synth or whatever, and put it on like a Detroit type beat. And one of the Detroit type artists come on here, find it and advance it. That'd be crazy. I feel like that's the next stage possibly, or probably a smooth, more like melodical type beat, not just fast and up paced.
You think?
Yeah, I feel like with this day and age, the more it's like the beats that's up paced, it was good for like 2020, 2023. It's still good, don't get me wrong. But it's like as people start to use it in other states, it starts to get washed out trying to take our style. So it's like we bring in something new, probably posting like a smooth beat, but at the same time with a Detroit low vibration or like low like vibe type. I don't know how to explain it, but it'll hit though. Then they'll see it and be like, okay, baby, go around with it. Then I just go on. I start a trend.
When everybody's talking about this whole concept of other artists and the industry taking Detroit's style, what are some examples of it? Because nobody ever really puts out the examples. They more just are saying that the style's being stolen.
Yeah, it's a lot of artists. I don't want to make no artists look bad or like make them like, I don't know. But you can see it in the music and hear it in the music from listening to artists over the years. Probably be Lil Yachty, Lil Baby and stuff. A couple of them.
You think Lil Yachty and Lil Baby are taking Detroit style a little bit?
Yeah, not taking it, but like they seeing what it is and like putting in their own words and not like, trying to like take advantage of it, but like using it though in a way.
So they're kind of like being influenced by the style.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a problem, or do you think it's just like that's just what it is?
I mean, me personally, we go out to catch an elbow if you using my type, because I'm rapping with you and then you rapping with me. And then you know how I rap, and then I know how you rap. But if you try to rap like me on your music and then go up with it, I won't really care. But at the same time, if you do it a lot and do it often, then I'm going to start to care.
Yeah, because what's happening essentially is that the artists that are coming up right now that don't have a major presence yet are developing the style. And then somebody with a massive platform is seeing that and going like, well, I'm just going to use this. And it's just going to become a huge outreach because I have such a big fan base. Yeah. So it's almost like, oh, Yachty came up with this. I'm just using him as an example. But Yachty's basically saying like, I can't, this is my thing. And then, the guy who is coming up with it, who knows what's going to happen to them? Like, who knows if they're going to keep pushing that style or if they're going to seem like now they're copying Yachty.
Keep evolving, just like Yachty. When they catch on, well, whoever catch on to Yachty using their sound, they evolve it. Then once Yachty catch on to them evolving, he evolve his song back to his regular sound or other artists, not just him, not bashing Yachty. I like his music. I like all his music.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's how I beat on the rap game, I guess.
Everybody's trying to stay alive, right? Everybody's trying to stay alive in the rap game, and they're going to go by any means necessary to figuring out how to stay relevant and how to make sure people are paying attention and buying the music. That's
Thanks.
really what it is at the end of the day. Sometimes I do go like, how much do you actually need though, man? Because if you are a major artist and you're selling out arenas constantly and your music's streaming all the time and you're just making all this money, like how much do you need before you start thinking like, I'm going to destroy somebody else's career or I'm going to hinder other people's careers? Like how much money do you need, bro? Like if you're making like 10 million a year, it's like, do you need to take somebody from Detroit style? Like, do you have to do that? Like, can't you just like...
They probably going low. That's probably why. They need some money, though. That's why they got it innovated.
You know what's killing me, too, is like how all these famous-ass people are starting podcasts. And I get it. Like, you know, nobody's going to watch the podcast unless Draymond Green starts it. Like, I'm only watching it because it's Draymond Green. But I feel like there's a way that Draymond or all these stars that are starting podcasts could, like, incorporate somebody that you can give them shine, like a secondary interviewer or somebody else to help build them. Because, like, if Draymond Green has a podcast, he's already rich as hell. He's already making tons of cash.
Man,
who are you really helping? And all you're really doing is interviewing other super massively famous people. It's kind of unnecessary. It's kind of unnecessary, and it's unfair because now you're really just like becoming one of the top viewed podcasts on YouTube because your name's Draymond Green. And now you're taking away all the other chances for anybody else that's talking great basketball on their podcast.
Yeah, facts.
It's like not fair, kind of. It's like, bro, you already got it. Like, let people who don't have it have a chance.
Facts. That's gonna be terrible. You can see it already a lot with people in certain podcasts. And then it's like they'll take the upcoming people, or probably say, you know, for your podcast, you probably have somebody that you got your eyes on, or then somebody famous, they could just do it with ease, and they don't really do podcasting for real. And so it's just like, dang, you could just do it how you do it, or do it how you want to whenever. Just do it whenever you want to at a certain level. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it's kind of like cheating a little bit. It's kind of unfair.
Yeah, I'm a podcast today. Then you probably start a bowling club 2 days. That go crazy. Golf club.
Yeah. They were just talking about that with that girl that Drake put on, Bobby. That one white girl, Bobby, whatever her name is. Bobby Althoff. And they're like, why'd you guys give her that when she didn't really earn it? And she didn't deserve it, really. You just like literally gave somebody something that everybody's way more talented and skilled at doing than her.
Yeah,
and you just like, I'm just going to put her on and make her humongous.
I feel like she started off caring, but as she started to, you know, get famous, you know, I guess the fame got to her head. She didn't really care about it. She just do it to like, okay, yeah, I know you, so now I don't really care about you. Like just doing it to do it because she knows she can.
Yeah.
Like,
well, podcasting it's just like rap. It became the easiest thing to do because all you need is a microphone. Right, so now everybody's like, oh, I can do it now. Like I can do what you're doing and like whatever. And some people do.
That easy though. You gotta have you gotta really have like the vibe for it. Like I can't just make a podcast right now because like me, I'm not perfectly like I don't know how to explain it, but like okay, I know how podcasts run. I know what comes with a podcast. I know I should talk to people. I know the people I could bring in, the stuff I should ask them.
Yeah.
Like it's for certain people, and the certain people that do it, it's better for them because they know how to do it and go about it. Just like for certain aspects with other stuff.
Yeah. But nowadays, the figure in front of the couch can become overpowering to the fact that they don't actually have interview skill abilities. Like, again, Draymond Green.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Or just anybody in that kind of realm where it's like, bro, you are only able to do what you're doing because of your name, but not because you actually have the ability to do it. It's kind of like when Nicki Minaj, like I'm in love with Nicki Minaj's statement about the fact that this generation of entertainment isn't about talent, it's about popularity. Like, I'm in love with that statement because it's absolutely true. The more popular you are, you can get away with being way less skillful and talented. This is the first time in the history of the entertainment industry.
It shouldn't be like that, but that's crazy that it's like that, though. It's good that it can be like that.
You don't have to be skillful anymore. You just have to be super, super popular. Now, granted, there are people that have a good balance of being popular and being skillful, but we're seeing a majority of the content that we're receiving is by people with no skill or no honed craft.
Yeah, they're just doing it to do it.
Yeah, they figured it out. They figured out how to break the algorithm. They figured out how to become huge, how to get 100,000 to 500,000 followers, and then everybody's just like kind of listening to you because you're big, and the comments is what's going crazy more than the fact that you're on the screen too. If people are commenting, then there's a community now. And V Live Keys, one of the funniest guys to create content on Instagram, he has a community built. So everybody who's following him knows like the comments are always going to be going crazy, and we know we all have the same type of comedic element and thought process.
His spectrum, right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting like how people are developing their communities either through skill or through just massive popularity. Like it's insane.
I feel like, oh yeah, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I feel like it'll show though. Like I feel like the people just do it, and like you said, know the algorithm or whatever. Like then they just do it, just like take advantage, and then like try to put their cell phone or like just do it for like a personal aspect. That junk will run out instead of just doing it for like a general, the broader reason from it.
Well, not only that too, but eventually, and a lot of people don't know this, but over time, if you're just constantly doing something for social media and you figured out the algorithms or whatever, you're constantly dedicating your time to social media to the point where you're not building any other craft within. And it literally over time demoralizes and stresses you the hell out to the point where like one day you're going to wake up, you're going to be like 35 years old and be like, oh my God, bro, what did I just do with the past 10 years? I was just trying to keep up with an algorithm instead of building an actual skill and craft. Like you end up losing your mind. So everybody needs to pivot off of social media, in my opinion. Anybody who actually has serious amounts of talent needs to figure out a way to take it from Instagram, then hop it to YouTube. Make sure you're using your TikToks, your Twitters, all these handles, but then figuring out a way to elevate to production that has maximum revenue return, right? Because you can't just be stuck on Instagram and YouTube all day long. It's gonna, it doesn't last forever.
That's what I see. That's like how TikTok is. Like everybody on that, but slowly everybody's starting to come to Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So it's like they seeing that that's starting to get saturated and that's getting washed out. So they coming to different stuff. So yeah, over time people got to definitely find their funk and new flows.
Yeah. Plus they're figuring out you're not really getting paid off of these other platforms. YouTube's the only platform that's really paying your ass. Like you're gonna see some checks from a fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
bro.
definitely YouTube. That would be. It's a lot of people who are up off YouTube. A lot of people.
Yeah. What's your top 5 Detroit rappers right now, man?
Top 5. It's like an order or just saying it.
You can just say it.
Okay. I'll say probably Peasy, Baby Smooth.
Yeah.
You could slap Baby Tron in there because he just different. Rio. And like everybody good. I wish I could like have like 50 more fingers for real. But it's like dang. I'll probably say for the last one it'd probably be like Mike. 'Cause they just like raw. Them Flint is like they just regular people. Not regular people, but like they know what it's like from the regularness. Or like I don't know how to explain it.
Who do you think is, out of all the Detroit rappers, actually out of all the Michigan rappers, who do you think the one is that's going to influence the industry the hardest?
Influence, I'd probably say when Rio get out, possibly Rio, because everybody been focused on him. And like Baby Tron and a couple Detroit artists, like Skilla Baby and them. It's a lot. But yeah, the way that they going with it, and if they keep going with it at that like type of speed, yeah, go have a whole bunch of little babies in Michigan.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. Is there anything you want to talk about before we close out?
Appreciate everybody for helping me with this page. My peoples, I got a man's in Australia right now. He helped me run it as well.
Really?
Yeah. I got to shout him out too. We've been just giving them all just fire. I feel like with our page, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like a best friend. Like you just give them what they want, give them what they want to see. So it's like, yeah, I got y'all. Some good videos coming soon. Stay locked in. Merch coming soon too for all y'all. Appreciate the support.
So appreciate you being a part of this, man. Hopefully the page continues to prosper and branching out, because I think like it's gonna be huge for Detroit to get these outlets and to get people focused on the music and not just Detroit itself, but like how you labeled it, Michigan. It's gonna cross over to everything from Flint to Detroit to Ypsi to Grand Rapids, and really touching base with all of these cities that are trying to generate something with music. So it's cool to see the name of it and how big it's become. We're shooting at Parallel Sound Studio, High Low Visual Shooting. These productions. We're out. Peace.